Hello my dear health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here. So today, exciting recipe. I'm going to be making gifts, so whether it's Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, edible gifts, and it's going to be fruit leathers. So let's begin. So these fruit leathers, we're gonna roll them up and cut them into candy. So this is such a fun and tasty gift, and I normally make these for Christmas gifts. So we're going to be making 3 types of fruit leathers. So we're going to be making it from blueberry, then we're going to be making it from strawberry, which is going to be, so this is going to be sweet. Strawberry ones are going to be kind of sour, a little bit sour, because we're not going to add any sugar or anything to this. And then also mango. So I've got the mango already in a can, so I'm cheating a little bit. So this is mango you can buy in the cans, you know, in Oriental shops normally. So this is from Sainsbury's actually. I picked this up, I think it's about 2 or 3 pounds, this big mango tin. You can make it, a healthier version is to make it obviously from fresh, very ripe mangoes and blitzen up yourself and not add any sugar, because this has some added sugar. But like I say, this is a candy. I don't mind a little bit of sugar in there. So I'm gonna just be cheating on that one. But if you have some ripe mangoes to hand, then just get the flesh, put it in the blender, blend it up, and it'll be the same thing as what we're gonna be doing here. And you will need a dehydrator for this. So this treat, pretty much the way I do it, you need a dehydrator. So if you don't have a dehydrator, I don't know if it would work in the oven, because you kind of gonna be baking it. So if you put it on the lowest setting, you're gonna use quite a bit of energy, because you'll need to do it for, you know, 10-12 hours. So yeah, so I think it works best and is most economical if you do it in a dehydrator. So what we're going to do, I've actually defrosted some blueberries as well. So this is 350 grams, and this is 450 grams fresh ones. I had some, you know, I found some on discount, because normally blueberries are quite pricey fresh, but they were discounted. So I got some fresh. I've got some frozen that I've defrosted today. You know, it'll take maybe 2-3 hours to defrost. So I'm gonna put them in the blender. We'll start with blueberry one. So I'm gonna put all 800 grams of blueberries in the blender here. And if you don't have as much, you can do with less, you know, it's up to you. You can, you know, do half of it, for example, do 400 grams. So yeah, so put both blueberries in, and then to sweeten it extra, I mean, blueberries are sweet enough already. So if you kind of want to go with just natural taste of blueberries, it'll be kind of not very sweet, but it'll have its own sweetness. But I want to sweeten this one a little bit, so I've soaked half a cup of raisins in a boiling water for about 5 minutes. That just softens it a little bit. If you want to keep it raw, if you want to keep the fruit leather raw, what you could do, you could just put like some lukewarm water for about half an hour, just soak the raisins in that. But I'm gonna be adding the raisins in there. I'm gonna get my lid. I don't know why I didn't bring it. I'm gonna get my lid, and I'm gonna blend these until it's smooth. So probably about maybe 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending how powerful your blender is. The lid is on. I'm gonna put 2 minutes and gonna blend it. So it's been 1.5 minutes that I blended it. And let's have a look. Yes, so it's already pretty smooth. Look at that deep color. Wow. So yeah, so this is now good to be poured onto these dehydrator sheets. So this is, I'm using Excalibur. My dehydrator is Excalibur. I'll link down below, you know, where you can get the same one, where you can get yours. But basically these are kind of Excalibur sheets, the ones that are not porous. Obviously you want the liquid to stay on these, so you could use it either side, and then just pour it on your sheets. So you want to pour maybe about that much, maybe like a third of yum. So you want to pour about a third maybe of your mixture if you're doing my amount. Just basically kind of enough, judge it, kind of enough to coat it, and then just distribute it into a rectangle or a square, you know, just kind of evenly. And this is now ready to be put in my dehydrator. So I'm gonna do the same with the rest, do 2 more sheets like this, and then we're gonna get on with other flavors. The blueberries are done. Now on to the next one. So this is my strawberry leather. I haven't got many strawberries. It's better if you do 2 or 3 punnets. I've only got 1 very small one, so it's not going to be a lot of fruit leather, probably just 1 tray. So I'm going to add these. And then additionally, what I have, it's optional. I'll show you the difference between adding this and not adding this. So obviously made blueberries without that, but strawberries, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. So this is a binder, so that will just help the you know, the leather to be a bit stronger, kind of stick together better. So yeah, so I'm going to add the chia seeds in there, and we're going to blend it. So it's best to do the fruit leather from the fruits that don't have big kind of stones or pits. So for example, you know, blackberries and raspberries, although the taste wise they're lovely, but they have these like little stones inside of them, which would not be great for fruit leather, because they would kind of like be a bit gritty on it, and I don't know whether the fruit leather would cure well and roll well. So I haven't tried to make it from them, but fruits like blueberries, like strawberries, also cherries would be a good one as well to try. Mango, maybe peach as well. So things like that would work really well. So let me blend these strawberries and see what we have. So the strawberries have blended. I've blended for about a minute, and actually that's ready now. So look, it's nice and pink actually. So I'm just gonna pour this on my Excalibur sheet, and like I said, it's only gonna be one fruit leather from this amount. So I would definitely would suggest having double or triple the amount. And to get all of it out of your blender, just use a spatula. And now let's do the same thing, just kind of distribute it evenly on the Excalibur sheet here. You don't want it to go too thin, because when it dehydrates it loses quite a bit of that thickness, that water. And oh my goodness, the smell in the room from these strawberries is extraordinary. So yeah, so and also when it dehydrates, because the water evaporates, all the flavors intensify. You know, you can taste the sourness a bit more, the sweetness a little bit more. So yeah, and because we're gonna have purple, pink, and then we're gonna have this yellow, bright yellow, it'll be a lovely selection of fruit leathers as sweets to put into our kind of gift bags to give to people. So I'm gonna add this to my dehydrator now as well. And the last one, the easiest, because it's already blended here in a can for us, it's the mango puree. So just gonna pour an amount, probably about it's for maybe 3 or 4 fruit leathers from that 850 can, and then do the same, just distribute it evenly. And if you see any little bubbles, just pop them. So mango is ready to go in now. I'm gonna do the rest as well. So I've got my last mango tray to put in, and I thought I'll show you my Excalibur Dehydrator. So it's basically a system of these trays. As you can see, I've put my blueberries, I've put my strawberry there somewhere. There you go, you've got pink, and then I'm gonna slide this in. So there's 10 trays, so this is a 10 tray Excalibur. And I'm gonna be putting the front lid on. Like that. And now it's ready to be dehydrated on about 40 degrees Celsius, just below 40, about 40, 41, but I put it normally on 40, just to make sure that these remain raw, so it doesn't cook it, it just dehydrates it, and for about 12 hours, and that should be ready to get them rolled. So yeah, so making these is quite quick. The longest is the wait until they dehydrate, but I'll catch up with you after 12 hours. Our fruit leathers have dehydrated for 12 hours. In fact, I've kind of left it a little bit longer. Not dehydrating, just standing in the dehydrator, but let's have a look what we have. So this is mango. So mango worked really well. So what we need to do now is to roll them up, cut them into little sweets and package them up. So the best way to do it is to find an edge. So get into an edge. There we go. And then I normally just peel it all off. Wow, look at this. How amazing is that? So once I peeled it all off, then I'll put it back and I'm gonna just roll it. So take an edge and then just kind of roll it along. It's a little bit sticky here, so it'll kind of stick to itself, which is good. And then just roll it as even as you can. And there we have it, this kind of stick. So I normally just cut it in half with a sharp knife. It's a little bit hard because it's quite obviously a sticky and hard thing, and then just cut it in maybe an inch size, 2.5 centimeter size sweets. I normally like to cut them, so this is quite hard cutting experience. And there you go, so you've got yourself nice little fruit leather sweets. And if you have any small edges like this, it's perfect to taste test them. So nice and sweet and chewy. Obviously this mango puree we used had a bit of sugar in it from the can. If you're using natural, very ripe mango, yours might be a little bit less sweet, but it still should be sweet enough. So once you cut up your fruit leather pieces, then I'm going to be putting them into this kind of Ziploc bag, paper bag. Mine has a little window. I bought this ages ago. I bought a whole box of them, and I'm kind of keep on using them. I'm using quite a few, you know, every Christmas, and it's kind of diminishing a little bit, but you can get nowadays either ones without the window so that they are fully kind of paper and recyclable, or you could also get these days where this plastic is actually made from plants, so it's biodegradable as well. So yeah, so I'm gonna add a few of these pieces into this, and then I'm gonna add a different color as well. So probably, yeah, so I'm gonna add all of from one sheet in here, and then we're probably gonna add another sheet of the blueberry one, and that will be complete. So why am I saying just mango and blueberry? Well, because our strawberry one unfortunately didn't work out. if you remember here, we added some chia seeds, and I wonder if it didn't quite work as well with the strawberry, because in the past I made it strawberry combined with blueberry and a bit of chia seeds, and it worked well, but with just the strawberry and chia seeds, maybe it was too much chia seeds for the amount of strawberry we had as well, so it didn't quite work out. So let's have a look. See, it's kind of cracked a few places and it's quite brittle. When you peel it, it's more of a, instead of leather, it's more of a crunchy thing. So let me just taste test this. So it's like a strawberry chia crunch. It's actually quite nice tasting. It's I think the sugar has crystallized as well, so it's got some tanginess but also some sweetness as well. So perhaps you could do, I have done this before where something like this happened to me, so I've just put them as like strawberry crisps. So you can just tear these up into smaller pieces like that and add them as like strawberry crisps in your bags. So, you know, because it's still tasty, so it would still be a nice present for somebody. So I'll probably do that actually. But let's get on to our blueberry sheet. So let me grab that. So yeah, so that worked really well. And I'm looking forward to tasting this because we've added the raisins as well. So that should make this leather sweeter than it would be just on its own, just from blueberries. So find an edge again, like that. Peel it off and look at this. So glossy on the other side and kind of matte from the other side. So I'm just gonna take one edge and gonna start rolling as before. Just roll into a nice long shape here. So we've got our stick. I'm gonna cut it as well. These don't stick to themselves that much, they're a bit drier. And yeah, so I'm gonna just cut it into little sweets again. Right, so I took a sharper knife and it works so much better. It kind of, you saw it off a bit more, whereas with this knife you kind of almost have to like pinch it down. Whereas, you know, here, because I've got like these, what you call them, like little teeth, it just kind of saws it off a bit. So yeah, so it's a bit better. And then I've got this little piece to taste test it. So this is blueberry. Yum. It's quite a firm candy if you're kind of biting through all the layers, or you could do like I used to love doing, just unravel and eat the candy like this, you know, just keep on unraveling and keep on eating. It's quite a fun game to do. So yeah, so this is the blueberry. So I'm gonna add my blueberry to my mango, and we've got some rainbow sweets here that I'm just gonna be packing up and giving as gifts for Christmas. Obviously, make sure you don't make these too far ahead of time, you know, because I'm probably gonna end up making some more closer to the time, because it's still about a month left now until Christmas, so they'll probably not last as long. You probably want to make it maybe a week before or something like that, you know, and then it's really interesting and exciting Christmas gift, or just any birthday gift or any other kind of occasional treat, for example. Alternatively, an even more fun way to wrap this, if you're giving it to kids, for example, to leave it either in like the whole long stick, or if it's too long, maybe cut it in two, and then wrap it in for example, some either parchment paper or some foil. I think foil probably works better. Mine is parchment paper and foil in one. You can sometimes get this in supermarkets. So you can just roll that up like that into like a candy shape. Make sure you roll it tight like that at the start, and then once you've finished, you just snip the ends like this, like a giant sweet here. And that's your other interesting present for kids, because they'll be guessing what is this, and they'll have fun unwrapping, you know, that fruit leather and eating it. So yeah, so that's even a more fun way to package this. So yeah, so this is my fruit leather sweets using fruits and also naturally sweetening it with raisins, as you saw with my blueberries. You can do the same with you know, other fruits as well that are a little bit tartar. So maybe next time, if you try strawberries, add the raisins to the strawberries as well, and that should work out better than it did with chia seeds. But if you like the idea of kind of strawberry crisps or brittles, then you can make these as well. So I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and subscribe for more videos and inventions and other kitchen shenanigans on Wednesdays and Saturdays, as well as weight loss tips. And remember guys, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. Until next time.